do believe that if the bill passes, the winter's over. You will see prices skyrocket and we'll hit all-time highs really, really quick.
The crypto bill, the U.S. Clarity Act, is set to go to a full Senate vote in the coming weeks.
I think this is a great bill that sets up the U.S. to be the leader in digital assets for decades to come.
It just passed out of committee with bipartisan support, which was huge. It must be signed into law now in early August. That's literally our last shot. The timeline explained by Galaxy Digital's Alex Thorne on Bloomberg.
What are the odds that we're going to get this done before the August recess?
I think that's probably the only time you get it done this year. I think it needs to be done before then. You've got about 9 weeks of workable congressional floor time to do that work. We think it'll take about 6 to 7 weeks for each of the steps, including Senate consideration, ultimately the reconciliation with the House bill, and then passing again by the House to get it to the president's desk. I think the odds are pretty good. That's why we raised it from a coin flip just 3 weeks ago now to 75%, partly because crossing the aisle, these Democrats have preserved the bipartisan momentum.
And what's being compared to the Securities Act of 1933, which provided clarity and rules of the road for the stock market for the first time in America, and sent stocks into a near 100-year uptrend because big money finally felt comfortable getting in. That same clarity is happening right now in crypto.
In some ways, the pair of genius and clarity is similar and frankly looks a little bit like the 1933 and 1934 Acts, the Securities and the Exchange Act, that set the stage for American capital markets dominance for decades to come. I think the integration of blockchains and U.S. capital markets that could stem from genius and clarity would look a little similar.
And remember, pay attention to not just what the elites say, pay attention to what the elites do. Just announced, the SEC is developing a framework to permit tokenized stocks.
We're going to talk digitization of stocks in just a few minutes because the SEC reportedly could be getting ready to unveil some new rules there.
That means ahead of the Clarity Act, in anticipation of the passing, Wall Street is racing to tokenize the entire stock market.
This is not a question about if it will happen. This is a question about when it will happen.
Allowing the U.S. equities market, all $69 trillion of it, to finally flow on-chain.
We're like hitting $70 trillion in the U.S. equity market, right?